everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, and this is another episode of One Card in 4 Decks. We have been at this for over a year. I was looking at my memories and it was popping up with the wands, and I was like, oh my gosh, this project has lasted over a year. So I want to make a huge shout out to a couple of my fans. Dee, thank you, my love. You have been through this journey from the very beginning. So thank you so much. And to all of those who have been lurking in the shadows, you know who you are. Thank you so much for following me and going through this journey with me. We only have 4 more cards. And we have been doing this for 78 episodes. So I want to thank you all for sticking with me through this journey. Yeah, I'm going to be sad when it's over. But hopefully this is a series that you can share with other people. I know I've shared it with my tarot students. Hey, if you're stuck on a card, you can find it in my 1 Card in 4 Decks playlist. So please feel free to share this playlist, especially with your students. And we can help people to understand and to branch out. And I thank you all for sticking around. All right, today is all about the moon. And we just started a new moon, so this is perfect timing. So the moon is a card of illusions, subconscious thoughts, fears, and intuition. It suggests that things are not as they appear and that caution is needed. It brings upon our fears of the dark, fears of the unknown. It indicates a period of uncertainty, emotional flux, and hidden matters, encouraging introspection, attention to dreams, and trusting inner wisdom to navigate through confusion. So, yeah, we've got a lot to discuss here. So, the crystal for the moon card is, of course, the moonstone. And I have 3 different moonstones that I wanted to bring out. The black moonstone, which is my favorite. And this is a peach moonstone. It's kind of bright. I love the flashes in there. And this is just a basic moonstone. And what I learned going through my moonstones is that rainbow moonstone is actually a form of labradorite. I totally didn't know that. And so I wanted to bring my rainbow moonstone out, but it's not a true moonstone. So there you go. So yeah, it's actually in the family of labradorite. So yeah. So I love moonstone. I think it's so beautiful. So moonstone enhances intuition. It fosters a connection with the divine feminine. It supports emotional balance and healing. It fosters and aids new beginnings, transformation, drawing in the moon's energy to guide us through life cycles and promotes inner wisdom. So that is all very relevant to the moon card. All right, let's break it down. We've got the numerology of 18, which in numerology is 9, 1 plus 8, right? And this breaks down to endings and new beginnings. So that is a wonderful call out to this, excuse me, crayfish coming out of the water leading onto the path, coming out of the water, endings, new beginnings, new path. So 9s are notorious for the fruition of your endeavors. It invites you to ponder your path, right? And to let go of the old to welcome the new. Shake off the water. It's time to go on to land. It represents growth and the accumulation of life lessons, turning past experiences into wisdom for future decisions. This is a perfect number for this card. So, top down, we see a beautiful full moon. This represents the intuitive, emotional, and subconscious realms, as well as the divine feminine and mystery. We've got the towers here, symbolizing the interplay between the conscious and unconscious mind. We've got the path, symbolizing the journey of self-discovery and the balance between the known and the unknown. We have the water, which reflects the subconscious mind and the emotions. You remember with the High Priestess card, that is where the water starts. We've got the crayfish here, the gradual unfolding of consciousness and enlightenment coming out of the water. The wolf and the dog, the wolf here, the dog here. The duality of human nature, the wild, untamed instinct, and the domesticated, civilized aspect. Both sides. And then we have the yuds, which I love to say, yuds, the very Jewish word, meaning drops of divinity or tiny drops of heaven, however you want to think of it. For me, I think of it as divine guidance. Yes, it's dark, but you're not alone. You have your spirituality. You have divine guidance on your side, accompanying you on this path. So that's your symbolism. You have this mountainous range here showing that, yes, there are obstacles, but you're not alone. You are divinely guided throughout this. I just love this card because even though it is a card of the unknown, even though it is your fears and your subconscious playing tricks on you, you still have a full bright moon. You still have your guides with you. And there's still a path. As long as you stay on the path, you're golden. You're golden. So some people see this as a negative card. I am not that person. I love the moon. You don't always have to know what's coming. And that is what is so great about life. If we had all the answers, if we knew what was always happening, that would be so damn boring. I personally like the unexpected. I like a challenge. I like the roller coaster of life every once in a while. Every once in a while. I like to explore the unknown. I think it's healthy. So I don't always see this as a negative card at all. Now, reversed, it's you're gaining clarity and overcoming your fear, overcoming that confusion and illusions after a period of uncertainty. The sun comes out, you can see where you're going. It suggests you're moving past emotional trauma, emotional turmoil. You're confronting your anxieties and unveiling hidden truths. It advises you to trust your intuition, to dispel deception, and to take action to resolve misunderstandings. You get clarity. All right? All right. So let's take a look. I'm going to tell you, this was not easy. I looked at every one of my decks and I just had a hard time choosing. I love this card. And I knew that I was going to pick the DruidCraft deck, but the other two, I was so picky about this card. It took me a few days to choose which one I wanted. And even though I liked some, I wasn't quite ready to choose that card. I was just very, very picky. So here is the DruidCraft deck. I just love the artwork. And this is a deck that I will probably always own. I modified it. I've had it for years. It means a lot to me personally. Look how beautiful this card is, you guys. Oh, I love it. You have the crayfish. You have the dog and the wolf. You have the towers, which are actually just stones. It's not a far cry from the original. You know, you don't have the yuds. I mean, but the artwork is so beautiful and so serene. You have the waves on the ocean, which kind of makes me think about how the moon rules the tides. So I love that. The colors are just beautiful. I truly, truly love this deck. It is just huge. Even with the fact that I scaled it down, it is huge. But I love this deck. It means so much to me. Look, you can even see the path winding down way past those mountains. Love it. It has everything that is meaningful for a moon card. Beautiful. I have no complaints about this card whatsoever. I think it has everything that it needs to have. I think the only thing it's missing is the yuds, but I think because this is a druid deck, I don't think it needs it. I think it would somehow be out of place in this deck. So I'm kind of glad they omitted it. So I don't think it's necessary. Maybe this light of the sun going down kind of makes up for it somehow. I don't know, but it's beautiful. And I love that I got to share it with you guys. That's the DruidCraft deck. This is the Tarot Nuage. This is a fairly new addition to my collection. And I love the comedy in this. For some reason, it makes me laugh. And it's so moody at the same time. I love it. So we have everything we have in the other. Instead of yuds, we have stars. I'm okay with that. We've got the crayfish. We've got the wolf and the dog. We've got the two towers. We've got the path. We have the mountains. But we have a bunch of clouds, just like we have clouds here too. And I love this, the way that the towers curve in. I don't know why, but I just kind of love that. And it feels like you're just being sucked in to the moon's energy. Like at any moment, we're just going to shrink down and just be sucked in by the moon's energy. I love this card. I think it's the illustration is comical, but it's true to form. I mean, you got everything there. And so, but it's in its own flavor. I don't know how else I to explain that. It's just, I love it. I truly love it. Beautiful. All right, and then we have a somewhat off the beaten path. So not, yeah, path. Pun intended, I guess. That was way unintended, but you know, happy accidents happen. This is the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. And this is such a fun deck. And I love to see her take, this is like the everyday kind of snapshot of the tarot. And it's so unique. So here we have a witch flying on her broomstick past the moon. But look what we have here. And it was this card that I realized that the star of this tarot deck is not the witch. It's the cat. And I was like, oh my gosh, now I have to go look at this tarot deck all over again. And I may have to do a review of it, because I don't think I've done a review of this deck yet. All right. So the cat is looking at its reflection, just like we take a look at ourselves, or we should be taking a look at ourselves and working on our inner selves. And it looks like a huge Black Panther. This is our fear, right? We are so judgmental of ourselves, right? We're afraid to look at ourselves. Sometimes our reflection can be scary. But he's not looking away. When we reflect on ourselves, sometimes it's scary. But we do have to take a look at ourselves and our demons, our inner demons, and deal with them, you know? We have to work on ourselves in order to improve ourselves. If we never look, we don't know. And sometimes we can judge ourselves really harshly, and we can look at ourselves and see something very monstrous looking back. But we can't run away from it. We have to deal with it. And I think that is what this cat is doing. It's that shadow work that we have to do. And we really need to have the balls to look at that reflection and to deal with that monster, to deal with that panther. Because if we don't, it's going to get bigger and blacker and denser and scarier. That's what happens. We don't deal with it, it gets worse. So I absolutely love this interpretation. I think it is so eye-opening and profound, and has changed everything about this deck. So I will be doing a review of this deck very soon. So I'm excited to do that. So this has been the moon through the Rider-Waite Smith, the DruidCraft Tarot, the Tarot Nuage, and the Everyday Witch Tarot. So tell me how you guys interpret the moon in your tarot decks. Please leave that down in the comments. I would really like to get that conversation started. We have a few more of these. We have the Sun, Judgment, and the World, and that's it. So, and we're wrapping that up. And then we'll be starting the Celtic tree ogham. We're going to learn all about the Celtic trees. I'm super excited about that. That's going to be such a blast. I'm super excited about that. Please check out my other series, my magical plant series, where I talk about the plants that I grow and what I can't grow, the lore, the medicinal properties, and the magical properties. Please check that out. Please give this video a like, share with others. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Hit that bell for more for notifications so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Please check out my website at theveiledcottagewitch.com to book a service, to book a reading with my reader, to shop my online store. You can also book classes. I'm teaching tarot. I'm teaching introduction to witchcraft. There are also individual classes, one-on-one, always. So please do message me if you like that in person or online. There are some that have to be in person, but not all of them. Most of them we can do online. So just hit me a message. We can work that out. If you do shop my herbalism store, where you can shop my ritual and spell aids or holistic healing shop, please do remember to enter that code word, all caps veiled, at checkout to get your free shipping. That's only available through this YouTube channel and my gift from me to you, so don't forget to do that. If you'd like to financially support this channel, you can do so by buying me a coffee. All the details are down below, or you could just scan this QR code right here, but absolutely no pressure. Just live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.